Static Boy InsticWalker, Book 5, The Unknown Striker, made by NaturalSfmStudios. Read by NaturalSfmStudios.
Chapter 1. Back to Normal.
Unknown steadied his movement against Neely, trying to figure out an opening to land a blow, as Neely leap dashes with his fist. Unknown looked in a slow motion like and felt the wind directly towards his face, as if the wind was a time to act fast and to feel the breeze. Unknown bobbed, then jabs for Neely's chest with his right, as he defends his head with his left arm. Neely then jumped back and lunges at Unknown. Zero and the others watching, while Netro studies their speed and ability. An hour later had gone past a full-blown hour. How long is it? I'm tired. Zero yawns, deeply tired. Okay, you two, the results are done. That was amazing. Unknown, I've never seen anything like this before, Netro said in a fascinated sense. Netro hears the others in the training room while writing in his journal. Whether if it's evil or cute, you can never get away from something that is so adorable, especially when it's something short that's sleeping on top of your back while writing on your desk. Natro wrote down and sighed, while Galabasa is on top of him, sleeping as Natro quietly closes his journal. Static pokes Natro in a scared way. He turns around, trying to speak, but stops while Calabasa puts his furry paws on Natro's forehead. He then picks up Calabasa and puts him on a couch for him to sleep on. Natro and Static quietly walked outside and began to look up at the night sky. Well, wouldn't you look at that? The night sky is so beautiful, Natro said, smiling. Static looked at Natro, disgusted by the confidence. I forgot that you're half evil and half good. Natro laughed. Well, at least I try to be good, Static said in a drastic tone. Let's go back inside, 'cause winter hasn't quite ended yet, and it's very cold. Natro turns around, about to go back inside. Static then tackled Natro, as they both fall to the ground. Static, what's wrong with you? Natro said as Static hushed Natro. Akuyama, Shadow is here, and it was by the front door you almost walked into, Static whispered. As Natro looked, a shadow was by the front of the house. Static wasn't lying about the shadow that Natro almost walked into. Akuyama. It's like I've heard that name before. Akuyama. Who is Akuyama? Natro stops to think, but couldn't figure out who is this Akuyama, and where had he heard that name before. Akuyama must not know that you're here. If he does, he'll try to kill you, Static said as the shadow disappeared, and both of them got up from the ground and went inside quickly. As they got in, everything was silent and cold in the living room. Roxy looked at Natro, petting his cat. I love your cat. Simba is very charming. Roxy smiles as the cat purrs on her as she gets excited. He's so cute, Roxy said, smiling, as she hugs the cat as Natro nervously laughs. Yeah, he's very friendly to other people, Natro said, scratching the back of his head, while nervous even more. Sorry, I'm not feeling so good. Natro falls down as Roxy gets up and yells, Unknown! Neely, guys! Get over here quick! Roxy yells loud, worried. As the others come, Unknown runs quickly and sees Natro on the floor as his eyes widened. He then picks up Natro and puts him on the couch as Calabasa goes to the training room. Come on, Natro. You were always strong, Unknown said, confident. How long was he passed out? Unknown turned to Roxy. Just right now. Right when he walked inside, she said, worried, as Static nodded his head. An hour later, Natro slowly opens his eyes, and looks around, then takes a deep breath. How long was I out for? Natural said softly as they all looked at him. Natural, you're awake. Glad you're feeling better, they all said, excited, as the morning rose. Natural got up. Me too. Sorry if I scared all of you. Natural laughed a little bit. Nearly crossed his arms and looked at Unknown. I bet someone was scared all the way. Nearly winked at Unknown, being sarcastic. Don't get any bright ideas, Unknown said jokingly, as Calabasa in the training room meditating and opened his eyes and began to worry. Natural didn't faint for no reason, Calabasa said worried, as his visions began to see 2 red eyes and nothing more. He's here, and he wants Scorchers for eternity. Calabasa's eyes widened. The candle blew out, and he freaked. You're the first on the list, it said, and it took him.
Chapter 2 Mysterious.
Natural walked into the room and discovered markings all over the walls, as the ceiling was ruined. His eyes widened as he looked around and seen a VHS tape on the floor, where Calabasa had been, and picked it up. This is an old VHS tape, perhaps. Guys, I think you all need to see this, Natural yelled, as the others came to see what was wrong. Natural looked around the room and was shocked. I've never seen anything like this before. This house was always safe. It looks like someone was doing witchcraft in here, Natural said, fascinated, then turned to Netro. Did you happen to find anything else in this room when you walked in? Natural said, curious, as Netro held up his hand. All there was is this VHS tape for some reason, Natural said, as Natural's eyes widened. Let's find out what's on that tape, Natural said, with no hesitation, as they go to Natural's room. It's not a VHS tape. It's a voice recorder. Natural plays the tape, as the sounds were very frightening of echoes.
He's been trying to find me, but I haven't been aware of his surroundings. I'm aware of what Natural is finding. Ever since the man we call Unknown came and was gifted the sword, they don't know that Unknown is a very interesting person. He claims to only wield a sword, but he knows he's hiding the secret. And the secret won't be hiding for long, as Natural doesn't even know himself.
The tape had ended. Natural's mind began to think, as his nerves pushed him further and further. Natural, what are you doing? Natural said, surprised, as Natural got the VHS tape from Natural's slot and broke it in half and threw it on the floor and walked downstairs. As Natural got up, quick. Natural, what's wrong? Natural follows Natural. He takes a look at Unknown as he sits on the couch, taking a nap. Natural smacks Unknown on the shoulder, and he woke up stoked. Wake up, now! Natural said, and stared at Unknown dead in the eye, with full anger, as Unknown looked at him confused. What are you so mad about? Unknown stretched, and Natural pulled Unknown by the arm roughly until they were face to face. This is no time to be messing around. What secret are you hiding from me and the others? Natural said, as Unknown looked even more confused. I don't know what you're talking about. What secret? Unknown pulled his arm away as Static walked toward them both. If I were to tell you why Unknown never liked me in the first place, you would never like me at all, Static said, looking down, as Natural looked at Static. What are you talking about? Natural confused, as Unknown got up, about to strike Static. You tell him and I will end you. Unknown said, furious, as Natural turned around, back to Unknown. So you are hiding something. Static is gonna tell me whether you like it or not, and you're not gonna do anything, not if I have any say in this. Natural uses his stance, ready to fight Unknown. You sure you wanna do this, book writer? You pretty much wrote this part out, Unknown said, as Natural and Unknown was ready to fight each other. Natural butt in. Whoa, whoa, maybe we can work this out maturely, without hurting anyone. Come on, guys, Natural said, trying to calm them both down, while Neely came down stairs to get something. He sees Unknown and Natural in an argument. What's going on? Neely said, as Natural blabbered his mouth. There was a tape recorder that said Unknown was hiding a secret, and it involved Natural. Natural said as Unknown and Static's eyes widened. What? They both said. They went back to Natural's room, but the tape was nowhere to be seen. I thought I had broken it. It was right here. Natural looked. Since when did you learn how to break a board with your hand, Natural? Unknown said, sarcastic. He searched for the broken parts in Natural's room, but nothing. Not even a single piece of the damaged parts. That's weird. I seen Natural break it too. Maybe it's... No, it can't be. Natural's eyes widened. What? Natural said, check the training room. Natural ran downstairs as the others followed him. He barged into the door, and the VHS tape was back to the spot that Natural had picked up, and he froze. No way. This can't be. The tape might be a curse or something, Natural said as Unknown walked into the training room. What the hell happened in here? Unknown said as he looked around. I'm not sure. That's what me and Natural were trying to figure out, Natural said as Neely looked around the room and found the tape in the same spot. As Roxy and the others came in, Whoa, what happened in here? Roxy said, uncomfortable of walking into the room. As Natural turned around, It's a long story, he said, nervous, with a smile, as Scortress walks in and looks around. He felt the presence of someone in the room, but didn't know who. Something's wrong, but I don't know what it is, Scortress said, aware.
Chapter 3. The White Eyes.
A power of light came out of the tape as if someone was trying to break free. Help me! Natural! I'm stuck in this videotape, it said, as Natural noticed and turned around and seen the tape talking. Guys, I think something's trapped inside there. Natural cast his narration and reversed the curse, and Galabasa broke free as they were shocked. Galabasa, you were in that videotape the whole time? They all said, as Zero came downstairs annoyed. What's with all the yelling? Zero said, curious, as he walked in and covered his mouth as he looked around the training room. It's ruined. We just got this room too. You know how much money we had to spend for this room to be created? Zero said as Scortress crosses his arms. You don't even go in here half of the time, Unknown said as he turned around and turned to Natural. How did Calavasa get inside that VHS tape in the first place? Unknown then looked at Calabasa as a white orb appeared, as bright as the sun, splitting Natural and the others apart. Natural covered his eyes, and then he opened them to see that he isn't in his house anymore. Where am I? Natural said, confused, and a weird. Hey guys, where'd you all go? Zero looked around as he bumped into Nilly. Ouch, that hurt. Who's there? Man, it's pitch black in here. I can't see a thing, Nilly said as Zero poked Nilly. Zero, is that you? Nilly said, trying to figure out who's that, as Zero laughs. Yeah, it's me. Zero spreads his hands, then spreads the light across the room, as Nilly looked around surprised. I didn't know you could do that, Nilly said as Zero confused. Do what? Zero said while walking towards Calabasa. Hey look! Calabasa's with us, Zero said. Whoa! Natural. Static? Unknown called out, as Static looked around. Oh great. I'm stuck with the masked face. Static crosses his arms as Unknown looks at a door and hears something behind it. I know that voice, Unknown said, shocked, as Static pulled Unknown by his sleeve as it ripped. Then Static backed up and hid as he turned around. Static, my worst friend ever. Unknown looked at his sleeve as he remembers Natural pulling him by the arm. Oh yeah, Silver gave me the sweater on Christmas. Unknown looked down at Sad as Static came out. Aha! I knew you ripped my sweater. Static, why are you with me? Unknown said while Static backs up. I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to pull you away from that door, Static cried out. Natural walks forward and noticed the room. It looks familiar, like I've known this place before, Natural said, trying to remember. He opens the door and walks down a hallway where a living room and a kitchen used to be, as he remembers this house. I remember now. This house is where I used to be before everything began to happen, and the cat that I used to have passed away in my arms, Natural said, sad, as he turns to Natural and Roxy. So you're saying that cat of yours died in the real world? Roxy covers her mouth and was confused. But then, why is the cat in this world? Roxy asked, surprised. Every universe has a world, same Earth, but different timeline. In this world, or in another world, the cat hasn't died yet. In this world, or the other one that I know, died in the real world. Natural smiles, trying not to cry. It's emotional to see anyone go, or to see someone pass away. It's why we need. Natural took another step, and a piece of wooden board broke and he fell down the wooden floor. Natural! They both said, cried out, as Natural yelled, I'm okay! Whoa! Hey, come down here, quick! Natural yelled, as Scorchers went down with Natural. Oh, what the hell, Natural said, while he jumps down with them. White eyes glowed. What a pathetic fool, the white eyes said as it faded. Hey look, it's a tape recorder. From before. Nilly picked it up, and it played on its own.
The disposition originator is a voice of words that play between people of whatever he passes in his mind. He helps others to get them on the right path. But before, he was always more of a trapped person. Never listened, never learned, never understood. But he figured out a way to stay on top. He was bullied, got into fights, but you can't blame him for what he's seen or what he's done. The respect still lives within him, but old pieces can't fix new ones.
It stopped. Nilly and Zero stayed quiet, and the tape had ended. The disposition originator? Who's that? Nilly said curiously as Calabaza's eyes widened. The disposition originator is NaturalSfmStudios. Calabaza yelled. What? Wait a minute. You mean this is talking about Natural's past before he became this world creator or something? Nilly said, as Zero not caring. When will we get out of here already? It's starting to get bored, Zero said, frustrated, and got up. If we can't unlock this door, I'll break it open with a karate chop. Zero puts his hands in position, directly toward the door, while Nilly frowned. You do remember when we did train at our sensei's dojo, and you couldn't even break a wooden board? Nilly laughed as Nilly gets up. Unknown and Static tried to look for a key. We gotta get out of here, Unknown said, as Static noticed that Unknown is hiding something. Unknown, we know you have powers. Multiple to be exact. So why don't you use your powers? Static said as he crosses his arms. I don't know what you're talking about, Unknown said as he thinks for a moment. The door is suddenly opened, and Unknown pulled the door wide open. Well, isn't that obvious? Static said as they both looked at each other. We can settle our beef later. Right now we need to find the others to figure out what's going on and who's doing this, Unknown said as he reaches his hand out as Static looks at Unknown as he tries to greet him. He then thinks for a moment. So what do you say? Friends? Unknown said as Static shakes his hand. Then it's settled. Now let's go find the others quickly, Unknown said in a hurry as Static follows. Right, Static said.
Chapter 4. A Cliffhanger.
Silver wakes up gasped, as if she was stunned by the molten air. She quickly gets out of bed and ran to the restroom and covered her face in water. She looked up at the mirror, with water dripping down her face. I have to go back there. I don't get these feelings for no reason, she said, while trying to pull herself together. An hour had passed. While she silently waits for her friend Virilin to stop by, she sits and waits patiently on the table, drawing. She then hears a knock on the door. She gets up, walks toward the door, and she opens it wide. Hey, Silver, you wanted me to come over? He said, stuttering, and she gives him a serious look. She then pulls him inside. Listen, are you in or out? Silver said, in a serious tone, while she pulls him by the shirt. Yeah, of course I'm in. It's for your friends, right? Virilin said, giving her a nervous look. They stopped by Natural's house. That's weird. There's no one here, Silver said, knocking on the door. Unknown and Static runs to an old kitchen. Where are we? Unknown said, confused. We're in an old kitchen, perhaps, Static said, as he touches the counter. Natural and the others run into Unknown and Static. Unknown, there you guys are. Do you know what's going on? Natural said, trying to think as Nilly, Zero, and Calabaza all of a sudden teleported to them. Huh? What's going on? Zero said, looking around as the white eyes stared at them all. All of you are pathetic. Yet you played by the cards, Natural. You knew exactly what's going on. Akuyama looked at him with no expression, then laughed. Maybe this'll cheer you up. Akuyama teleported Silver and Virilin. Leave them both out of it, Unknown said, as Natural looked down, angry. If you want to see pathetic, look at yourself in the mirror, 'cause I'm not your deck of cards that you would want to play with. So how about you don't fool yourself? Natural said, as Silver looks around. Natural? Unknown?
Silver said, looking around while Natural turns to Silver. It's a long story. Right now, we have no time to explain, Natural said, as Akuyama laughed even more. Well played, book writer. You and I know how this will end. Akuyama said, as Nilly shrugs Natural angry. And what do you want from us? Nilly said, ready to thunderstrike Akuyama. I want Scortress. Give him to me, or I'll kill all of you. Akuyama said, as they grouped together protecting Scortress. You're not taking Scortress, Natural said, angry, as Silver uses fatal magic and uses a toxic flame against Akuyama. Very well, then. Akuyama summons devil jills that look like flying demons. This doesn't look good, Natural said, worried. 6 devil jills surrounded Natural in a circle. While Natural's eyes widened, they all attacked, and he dodges multiple of them. But Akuyama caught Natural and fast teleported, grabbing Natural by the neck. Come on, book writer. Use your narration against me, Akuyama said, while Natural struggles to break free. When you missed the ace of spades, just know you messed with the wrong deck of cards, Natural said, struggling to break free as he closes his eyes and listens through his inner self as blue ember of smoke spark above him. He grabs Akuyama's wrist and does a powerful dragon takedown, throwing Akuyama as his eyes widened. Wait, so Natural has a dragon power? Zero said, confused, as Nilly smacks him on the head. No, that's his narration power. Remember, Natural has his way of using his own powers, Nilly said, as an aura beam blasted Natural as he breaks the beam. Akuyama uses a dark square and traps them all inside a force-filled box. Scortress dodges it and sees them trapped inside. Akuyama punches Natural into the box. Scortress looks at Unknown as he catches Natural, while Virilin tries to use his ice powers to break the force field. It's no use. That bucklehead made it tech-proof, Virilin said, sarcastic. Natural gets up, resisting the pain from the ground. Scortress, we can't get out of here, Natural said, as Scortress looks at Akuyama, then looks at Natural. So, you're one of Static's demons. Join my side to kill Natural and his friend Silver, Akuyama said, trying to control Scortress's mind. No, Scortress, he's trying to control you. Don't let him. Scortress! Remember, you never liked being evil. Natural cried out as Unknown looks for Static. Hey, where's Static? Unknown said, as Roxy and Natural looks around. There! Zero said. Scortress looks at Akuyama. I'm not fooled by you or your creativity, Scortress said, as Akuyama laughed. That little punk brainwashed you. He's a liar, a faker. He's only using you, Akuyama said, sarcastic, as Scortress smacks the ground and it shakes and blade strikes Akuyama. He told me I would be free, and he kept his word. He's not a liar or a faker. He's the opposite of all that. He's my friend. Scortress yelled, very evil, more darker than Akuyama. Natural looks down. Wow, Scortress, that was very nice of you. Natural cries, then Silver hugs Natural. Scortress sees us as his friend, and he's our friend. Let's try and get out of here, of this box, Silver said, while hugging Natural. Scortress tries to free them, but a fire beam hits Scortress, and he falls to the ground. Scortress! Natural yelled.
Static Lord slashes Akuyama out of nowhere with a tackle, and they both fall to the ground, and Static breaks the floor, and they all fall down deep. Hold on, Natural. Just a quick more, Natural said. He fried the force field, and it broke, as Natural quickly ran to Scortress. Zero, heal him! Quick, Natural said, as Zero quickly hurries to heal Scortress. Light began to bright all around his body, and the bruises began to fade. An hour later, he slowly opens his eyes, and Natural looks at him worried. I'm glad you're okay. Static went down with Akuyama. He's gonna try and stop him, Natural said as Kalabasa looks at Natural. Natural, in order for us to get out of here, we need to find those tapes that will break the loop. Right now, we're in a battlefield where it's pitch black. Kalabasa said, Natural, I guess this is my fault, isn't it? Silver said, I was trying to make a friend out of magic, using a spell, but I failed. He claimed to be part of this universe, but I find that hard to believe, she said, looking down. On second thought, I tried to stop him with my ice powers that you gave me, but I still don't know how to use them, Verlin said, while Natural trying to break, or to think. Wait, I have a plan. Natural gets up,